A lot of men lose their leverage in Thailand before they even pack their bags. They arrive in the country with a passport, a bank account, and the belief that they are the ones in control. But within 30 days, they've been psychologically captured by a bargirl. They haven't been scammed in the traditional sense. They've simply allowed their own internal operating system to be rewritten by someone who understands the game better than they do. The loss isn't sudden. It doesn't happen when she asks for the first $1,000. It happens in the quiet moments. When you explain yourself too much, when you use your wallet to fix a bad mood, and when you allow your own emotional floor to be built on her shifting sands. Today, we are looking at the 3 pillars of failure. If you want to know why your vocation romance turned into a management nightmare, this is the reason. Let's talk about leverage. Most men think leverage is money. It is. There is always another man with more money. Most men think leverage is being good to her. It isn't. Generosity without boundaries is just a subsidy. True leverage consists of exactly 3 things: optionality, emotional self-containment, and the absolute lived ability to walk away without your world collapsing. You lose this leverage the moment you start explaining yourself. Think about it. When you tell a girl why you won't pay for her friend's dinner or why you don't want her going out tonight, you are over-justifying your boundaries. In her world, a man who explains himself is a man seeking approval. You are subconsciously asking her permission to lead. For a bargirl, and almost any woman in fact, this is a clear sign of weakness. The second you convert affection into an obligation, saying things like, "After all I've done for you, you should do this," you've admitted you have no leverage left. At this point, you're pleading. Here's a rule. Leverage is maintained in the no, not in the why. A man with leverage doesn't need to win the argument. He just needs to be comfortable with the silence that follows his decision. One of the biggest ways men sabotage themselves in those first 30 days is by misunderstanding the purpose of their money. There are 2 ways to spend: utility and signal. Utility is clean. It's paying for the taxi, the dinner, or the logistics of the date. It removes friction from the experience. Signal is toxic. This is when you spend money to stabilize an emotion or remove your own anxiety. Think paying her bills because she's stressed or folding under pressure when she wants an expensive item and starts to pout when you don't buy it. We've all seen it. You feel the vibe getting cold. She's acting distant, so what do? You tack her shopping, you buy her a gold ring, you send an extra transfer, you use money to buy a ceasefire. The problem is that once you use your wallet to resolve tension, you have just signed a new contract. You've told her, "If you make me feel anxious enough, I will pay you to stop." You aren't helping her. You are training her to use emotional withdrawal as a tool for resource extraction. Winning here means money never substitutes for your presence. Money never resolves an argument. Money never purchases reassurance. If the vibe is bad, let it stay bad. If she's acting out, let her. Use your money to enjoy your own life, not to manage her mood. Because once you start doing that, the loop will never end. Now let's move on to the advanced level. This is where the nice guys and the hard guys both fail. Most men think the only 2 options are being a sucker who cares too much, or a stone who doesn't care at all. Neither works. To beat the game, you must be emotionally available but never emotionally captured. You should be warm, you should be fun, you should enjoy the intimacy. But the moment you become the emotional floor for her, the relationship tilts. A lot of these girls come from environments of high-level chaos. They are experts at escalating emotion to see where your snap point is. If she gets angry or starts drama and you respond by getting angry yourself or by frantically trying to fix it, you've just been captured. You are now in her orbit, reacting to her gravity. The trick is to stay grounded. Be the sun. The sun is warm and consistent. It doesn't move just because a storm is happening on Earth. You can listen to her problems, you can be a comforting presence, but you must remain responsible for your own internal state. If she can ruin your day from across the room or even from across the world, she owns you. Intimacy is a shared experience. It is not a responsibility for her psychological regulation. Why does all this happen in the first 30 days? because that is the calibration period. In those first 4 weeks, she is testing the fences. She is trying to figure out if you are a hero, a customer, or a man who cannot be played. If you over-explain, she marks you as a hero she can manipulate. If you pay to fix the vibe, she marks you as a customer she can bill. If you stay warm and unshakable and you keep your wallet for utility only, she marks you as a man who cannot be played. Ironically, the man who cannot be played is the only one who she will actually respect, and the only one she will genuinely try to keep without the constant asks, because he is the only one who actually has the power to leave. The game isn't lost because she's a Genoese. It's lost because you're a human with a heart that hasn't been calibrated for this environment. You lost leverage when you trade your silence for explanation and your peace for a payment. Stop trying to be her savior and start being her partner. Or better yet, be the man who is perfectly fine being alone if the terms and conditions of the relationship no longer suit him. Which of the 3 pillars have you struggled with the most? Drop a comment below. Let's talk about it. Hit the like button if this hit home. And subscribe because in the next video, we're going to talk about a deep topic, the psychological math of Padilla, why a bargirl cannot be faithful. Until next time, stay sharp.